Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this file. It's a diagram, and he's got 100 of them that are different. And he needs to cut out labels and mark them. And he want to know what the easiest way to do. So this thing is 3 by 3 by a quarter, or 3 by 3/4. So what we need to do is we need to make a box, and I'm going to turn my ratio off, and I'm going to go 3.25 by 1. Now, for just a second, I'm going to have to delete everything on the page for Tagcuts to work. So I'm going to Control C to make a copy, and then I'm going to delete them. Now I've got this. I'm going to go to Tools, Scripts, and Scripts, and I'm going to get Tagcuts, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to say I want 5 deep, and I'm going to go ahead and do 5 wide, and I'm going to say create. And what it did, I'm going to say exit. What's neat about Tagcuts is if we select it all and go up to Object and Group, every line is a different line. So it's only going to cut that line and not have to cut all the way around it. And so you're going to save material and time. So I'm going to go ahead and group these together, Control G, and then you'd put them up in your laser wherever you want it. He's got 100 of these to do. You wouldn't want it on the edge so it'll cut. Now we're going to Control Paste and View, and and I'm going to use the letters C and E. But what we need to do, there's nothing there. If you click on it, there's nothing there because it's basically 4 lines. So we need to make it 4 lines. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to fill it in with yellow, and I'm just going to fill these in. Now, so he would have to do 100 of these. I'm going to group those together, Control G, so we can, well, you know what, that might not work. Let's try this. I'm going to select that. Yeah, you can't have a group. You're going to have to delete them individually. Well, I'm going to show you how to delete them too. All right, we're going to take the first one. So you select your object first, and then where you want to go second. So I'm going to shift select that yellow box, and I'm going to go CE. Okay, let's back up here. Let's take this and put it to the back of the page. Now I'm going to select my object, shift select my box, EC. And it doesn't matter if you go EC or CE. I'm going to go CE this time. Select that, shift select that, EC. And I'm going to slow down so you'll see it happening this time. I'm going to shift select that. I'm going to go E, put them in the even. But then I'm going to go C and put it in the center of the box. This time I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go C first. See how it centered it? But then I'm going to go E and put it in there. There might be a faster way. If I figure it out, I'll make a second video. So I'm just going to do this real quick. So I'm shift selecting the box, and I'm just going EC or CE. And it doesn't matter where they are on your page. Shift select the box, EC. Shift select the box, EC. Now, you could go through here and delete the yellow, and it would be pretty easy. But on 100 of them. So I'm going to go to Edit, Find and Replace, and I'm going to select the yellow, and you can see I got yellow selected. From Selection, Find All, and hit Delete. It deleted all those yellow ones now. So it's ready to go. And if you would like to have e-cuts, just email me and I'll send it to you. I think I've got it on my Facebook page and on Epilogue's Facebook page. But if you don't want to mess around with e-cuts, you could do the same thing with just lines. And I'm going to show you that real quick. So if we take so this box is 16 1/4 by 5. So let's make a box that is 16.25 by 5. Okay, now we know that this line is 1 inch apart. So you could do this without E-cuts. Go from there to there. Set your nudge distance on 1 inch. Grab that line, and you can tell you grab the line because it doesn't get the box. And just nudge it down, then Control D, and nudge it down, Control D, Control D. Then just make a line and put it, you don't want it any longer, so we're going to take it and have it snap to there. I didn't do a very good job there. You could do this with the shape tool or just do that. Now, the other one is 3.25 apart. So we're going to grab that and nudge it over, Control D, Control D, Control D. So now you have those individual boxes without tag cut, but tag cut's pretty cool on other things, putting rounded corners and stuff. So once again, and I have an extra line there, you're going to have to fill this in with yellow and do the exact same thing. So you can do the same thing. The advantage of tag cuts, it's a great tool Mr. Brewer invented or wrote. So let's get back to well, let me just make another one. When you do it, you don't need to have anything on the page. So we're going to go 3.25 by 1, and my ratio is unlocked. Then we're going to go back to Tools, Scripts, and get tag cuts. But this time, I'm going to tell it I want a corner radius of 0.1. And look what it did. It made rounded edges of like nameplates or name badges. And once again, they are individual lines. It's a free macro. I'd be more than happy to send it to you. But see, it's just cutting those lines once. Now it's going to go back and cut that little shape in the middle to cut out the tag. But you can't do this just by drawing lines. Tag cuts. And, what is so cool about it, let's just back up here where we just had the one. Let's go back to tag cuts. And let's go somehow I got off on my math. Let's exit that. Yeah, somehow so it's 3.25 by 1. Now go back to tag cuts. And let's do 15 across. Maximum number is 11. Oh, because it knows what my page size is. But I think I could probably make this 15 and create. And look what it did. See, it maybe would have gone more than 11 if I would have put it, because it knows how big your page is somehow. But I mean, if you look, that's 15 times 11, 160 something squares you got. So that's more than he actually needs. Well, let's back up here. Let's undo. Let's put it more in the corner of the page and see if it won't let us go to 12 this time. Yes. So no, I guess 11 is the maximum we can do. So 11 by 10. So it made 110 name tags. But he doesn't have to fill them all in, and you could delete them. So that's a pretty cool macro. It's a big saver. I mean, let's do it one more time with rounded corners again, just to kind of show you where is the radius. Let's go 0.2 this time. Well, I only had it 3 by 2. and then just put exit. I mean, look at the rounded corners of the name tags. Anyway, I hope that helped him a little bit, and thank you for watching.